Listen carefully, because this is where most men completely destroy attraction without even realizing it. The more they like a woman, the more they chase, overtext, overexplain, and constantly try to stay in her mind. They think giving nonstop attention will make her value them more, but the truth is the opposite. People naturally miss what they can emotionally feel disappearing, and when you become too available, too predictable, and too emotionally dependent, there's no space left for curiosity, tension, or emotional longing to grow. The truth is, you cannot force someone to miss you. You can only create the conditions where your absence becomes emotionally noticeable. That's why the men women miss the most are usually not the loudest, neediest, or most desperate for attention. They are the men who have emotional control, purpose, confidence, and a life that doesn't revolve around one person. And the moment you understand this, everything about attraction starts changing. Because making a woman miss you is not about manipulation. It's about value, emotional presence, and understanding human psychology. It's about knowing when to step back instead of chasing harder. In this video, you're going to learn 7 powerful steps that naturally make a woman think about you more, value your presence more, and feel your absence when you're not around. 1. You stop being always available. If you're always there, she never gets the chance to feel your absence. Replying instantly, always free, always ready feels good at first, but slowly it becomes normal, and people don't miss what feels constant. The problem is many men confuse availability with love. They think constantly showing up proves loyalty, but when someone feels they can access you anytime they want, your presence loses emotional impact. Attraction needs emotional space. It needs moments where someone pauses and wonders about you. So you create space, not to play games, but to bring back balance. You stop overextending yourself just to keep someone interested. And ironically, the less desperate you become for attention, the more your presence starts to feel valuable again. 2. You focus on your own life. This is where everything changes. Instead of revolving around her, you build your own world, your goals, your routine, your growth. Because the more full your life is, the less you depend on her attention. And that independence is attractive. A man with purpose naturally becomes more magnetic because his happiness is not controlled by one person. He has direction, discipline, ambition, and self-respect. Women notice when your energy shifts from chasing attention to building yourself. And the interesting part is this. The moment you genuinely focus on improving your own life, you stop overthinking every text, every reply, every delay. Your mind becomes calmer because your entire identity no longer revolves around whether someone gives you attention or not. 3. You don't overtext. Messaging all day kills mystery. When she knows everything you're doing, there's nothing left to wonder about, and curiosity is what makes someone think about you. A lot of attraction happens in the mind. The imagination becomes powerful when there are small gaps, small pauses, and small moments of uncertainty. That's why constant communication often weakens emotional tension instead of strengthening it. So instead of constant texting, you leave space in conversations. You let her wonder what you're doing, who you're with, and why you're not always there. Another mistake many men make is forcing conversations to continue long after the energy is gone. Every conversation doesn't need to last forever. Sometimes short quality interactions create stronger emotional impact than endless dry texting. 4. You end conversations first sometimes. This is powerful. Most men wait, hoping she continues the conversation. But when you end it first, on a good note, you leave her wanting more. You become the one in control, not the one chasing. Psychologically, people remember unfinished emotional moments more strongly. When a conversation ends while the energy is still good, it creates emotional continuation in her mind. She keeps thinking about you even after the interaction ends. This doesn't mean acting cold or pretending not to care. It simply means you understand emotional pacing. You don't drain every moment until nothing is left. You leave room for anticipation. 5. You stay unpredictable. Routine kills excitement. If she knows exactly how you'll act, there's no thrill left. Sometimes you reply fast, sometimes you take your time, sometimes you're available, sometimes you're busy, not randomly but naturally, and that unpredictability keeps her thinking about you. Humans are emotionally drawn to uncertainty because uncertainty creates anticipation. When someone becomes too predictable, emotional intensity slowly fades. But when your energy feels balanced, calm, and slightly unpredictable, curiosity stays alive. The important thing is authenticity. You're not trying to manipulate emotions. You're simply living your life naturally instead of organizing your entire existence around one person. 6. You don't show neediness. This is the biggest attraction killer. Asking for attention, seeking reassurance, and over-explaining feelings makes you look dependent. Attraction needs emotional strength, so you stay calm. You don't react to every small change. You observe, you understand, but you don't lose yourself. Neediness usually comes from fear. Fear of losing someone, fear of not being enough, fear of being replaced. And when fear controls your behavior, it changes your energy completely. Confident people don't constantly seek validation because their self-worth already comes from within. That's why emotional control feels attractive. Calmness creates security. Desperation creates pressure. And one thing many men don't realize is this: the more emotionally stable you become, the more respected you naturally appear in relationships. 7. You improve yourself silently instead of chasing her. You upgrade yourself, better mindset, better habits, better confidence. You become someone who doesn't need validation. And when she notices that change, it creates curiosity. Something is different about him, and that thought pulls her back. Real growth is quiet. You don't announce every improvement, you simply become better over time. Better physically, better mentally, better emotionally. And the reason this works is because people are naturally drawn toward value. When someone sees you becoming stronger, calmer, happier, and more confident without needing approval, it changes the way they see you. And here's the truth: a woman doesn't miss you because you forced her to. She misses you when she feels your absence and realizes your value. So don't chase, don't beg for attention, and don't try to convince her. Step back, level up, and let your absence speak. Because sometimes the moment you stop chasing is the moment she starts missing you.